Hi everyone, this video is on the mixed exercise 12 question 23. So we have this diagram which has the curve with equation y is equal to 3 plus 5x plus x squared minus x cubed. The curve touches the x-axis at A and crosses x-axis at C. The points A and B are stationary points on the curve. So in part A, we want to show that C has coordinates 3, 0. So for part C, we basically need to solve the equation that minus x cubed plus x squared plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. And let's multiply everything by minus 1 to have in a maybe nicer form. X cubed minus x squared minus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. Um, so we want to solve this cubic equation. And one of the best ways of solving cubics is that basically you need to guess the first root and then use that and long division to find the other roots. So in this case, also it's worth mentioning that in the cubics that you will be given, normally the roots are some nice numbers that you can always easily guess. So they are in the range between -2 to +2 or sometimes -3 to +3. So they will give you at least a whole number that you can use. And of course, you can use your calculator to look at the roots and then just show them here, because at the end of the day you need to write down your solution. So but obviously knowing the root from your calculator is going to help you a lot. So in this case, if we take the first guess of 0, that doesn't give us 0 here because we will have a -3 term. So 0 is not a solution, and of course we can see that from the graph. So we can actually get some help from the curve, because we can see that this point that is close to 0, there is a basically intersection here. So maybe let's go with -1. So if we so when we have -1, when x is equal to -1, we have -1, and then here is again minus. So yeah, -1, and then -1 times -5 is +5, and then -3, and they add up to 0. So -1 is indeed a solution, is a root to this equation. Okay, but remember that the one that we wanted to find was this one. So we need to do the long division. So for the next part, we can write down the equation. Let's go with the let's say x cubed minus x squared minus 5x minus 3 divided by x plus 1. Remember, you always do x minus the solution. So in this case, solution is -1, so it becomes x plus 1. And now let's do the long division. So first of all is x squared, which gives us x cubed plus x squared. So let's subtract. If we subtract, we get 0, and then here we get -2x squared minus 5x minus 3. So here is minus 2x, which gives us minus 2x squared minus 2x. And then again, we subtract once again, and we get 0 for x squared terms. And then here we get minus 3x minus 3, and finally minus 3, which gives us minus 3x minus 3. And then that's 0. So we now need to solve this quadratic, because the cubic is equal to x plus 1 times this quadratic. And if we solve the quadratic, that's going to give us the solutions we want. So now we solve x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. We can factorize this to x minus 3 times x plus 1 is equal to 0, which means the solutions are either x is equal to 0, sorry, x is equal to 3, or x is equal to -1. We have already found x is equal to -1 because that's a repeated root in this case. And as you can see, the curve touches and continues. So the other solution is x is equal to 3, which is indeed what we wanted. So the coordinates of point C is just 3 and 0. Okay, so that's the answer to part A. We have shown that C has coordinates 3, 0. So we can say, therefore, C has coordinates 3, 0. So for part B, we need to use calculus and basically to find the coordinates of points A and B this time. So we have already found the coordinates of point A because point A has x coordinate -1 and y coordinate 0. So it's just -1, 0. So that's the coordinates of A. And now let's think about point B. So point B, as you can see, is the maximum of this curve. So in order to find this, we need to first differentiate y and then set that equal to 0 to find a stationary point. So for point B, we first find dy by dx. So dy by dx is equal to, we get 5 plus 2x, 5 plus 2x, and I think minus 3x squared. Yeah. Okay. Now we set this equal to 0. So we have minus 3x squared plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So again, we just need to solve this equation. And so this equation, we can factorize this once again. So the factor is 5 minus 3x 1 plus x this time. And so the solutions are -1, either is -1 or 5/3. So we have already talked about -1, -1 is for this point. Okay, so when x is equal to 5/3, that's indeed the x coordinates of point B. So we only need to substitute 5/3 into the equation of y to get its y coordinate, and that's it for the question. So when x is equal to 5/3, then y is equal to it's equal to 9 and then 13/27. So it's a mixed number. So that's basically the y coordinates of B. So B has coordinates 5/3 and then 9, 13/27. And A obviously has these coordinates, that A is -1, 0. Okay, so that's it for this video, and thank you for watching.